Good morning. Happy Saturday. Also, what week are we on? Is this week 10? I think it might be. I can't even remember. But we're 3 weeks out tomorrow exactly. I just finished this vlog this morning, or the last vlog this morning, so I'm going to start this one. I did my check-in. I haven't got my updates back. I'm really hoping that we do get a refeed because I feel like a zombie. I've also been up since 2:30 this morning because my dog had a sick stomach and he threw up on my bed. And I couldn't there was no way I was just going to clean it up and then go back to sleep. So I ended up washing all of my bedding, doing all of my laundry, cleaning my entire house, and doing all of my check-ins for my clients all before 8 a.m. So I just like chilled for a bit, had a shower, and I'm making my breakfast, and it's only 8:40. So that's lovely. I'm gonna crash so hard later, which is also why I'm hoping for a refeed, because I'm so tired. I'm like, I just need to eat some sort of carb source. But Tanner should be home pretty soonish, like in the next few hours or so. But I am gonna go see my parents quickly because they're leaving to go on a huge trip for a few weeks, and I won't be able to actually see them until after my birthday when we come home. So I'm gonna go see them to say bye, and then I'm gonna come home, and Tanner should be home around maybe that same time, and we're gonna go to the gym and figure out a game plan for today. But I'm definitely gonna need a nap, 100%. So this week for this vlog is not starting off strong, considering I've had 3.5 hours of sleep. But only 3 weeks to go, so we'll survive. Guys, oh my god. Well, welcome to like 9 days out. I finished the last 2-week vlog, and I was like, I'm going to do every week, and it has gotten so mentally hard. I'm going to do like a sit down for the end of this video, probably tomorrow maybe, or Saturday, and just give you kind of like the rundown of everything that's kind of happened over the past like week. But I've really hit a bunch of walls, and then sadly today I woke up with a head cold. So yesterday I had a rest day and a refeed, which was lovely. Today, because I woke up with a head cold and we're so close to the show, and it's not like a building phase within workouts, like I'm not like trying to like put on muscle or like get even more kind of like lean, if that makes sense. Like I feel like because that we're in like a really good place, today, instead of having training and cardio, I have another rest day, and my whole thing was just to get steps in today, just so I can try to recover quicker. So I just went for an hour-long walk with my dog, and I'm at 8,500 steps. I have a 9,000 step count goal thing, so we're really, really close, and it's only 4:40 p.m., so I can still finish that off today. But I did that, which made me feel a lot better. I felt really like bloated because I hadn't moved all morning, because I had been sleeping and just laying down because I don't feel good. And so it helped with my digestion. It helped just with my like clearing my head. But mentally, it's been a really, really tough past couple weeks. So I'll sit down with you guys. I'll use my camera so you have better quality for that. And I'll just give you a rundown. And then it'll be the last vlog of prep this next week, because starting Sunday, we'll do like a pack with me type video at the beginning of the vlog. Tuesday we leave, Sunday we compete, and then next Monday's my birthday. So we'll jump to the next clip. I'll give you a rundown. We'll finish off this vlog, and then we'll start peak week, which actually blows my mind that we are almost there. Oh, okay. I said in the last clip that I was going to give you guys an update on like kind of what's been going on and what happened. So I really wanted to do weekly vlogs, and I did them pretty consistently up until, I think it was week 6 is when I first combined week 6 and 7, and then it was 7 and 8, and now it's going to be 8 and 9, no, 10 and 11. I don't even know what week we're on right now. We're a week and 1 day out of our show though. So I was so ready to do weekly ones, and it was so fun when I started. I was doing great. And I hit a mental wall so hard. So what I like wanted to kind of explain is that prep is not. My dog lost his ball under the table. So prep is not for everybody. Obviously, it is a very like it's a tough sport. And it takes a lot of mental discipline, a lot of discipline in general, and doing a lot of stuff that you don't want to do. And I have honestly loved every moment of it. I think it's absolutely incredible to see like what your body and mind is capable of. And I give everybody that does this consistently over and over again like so much props, because I'm gonna do this once, I don't want to do it again. And it's not because I can't do it or that I don't have it in me. I am a lifestyle coach. I coach women to literally live balanced lifestyles. And that is what my social media has been created on. That is what I preach for life. And that doesn't mean I have anything against like prep coaches or being stricter. Obviously there's a time and place for that, but for what I do and what I like to promote, I can't do that right now as well as I would like to, because I'm not living like that. So the reason I don't necessarily want to do it again is just for the fact that it's really hard to practice what you preach when you can't practice it, and then you can't preach it because the only things that I can post are like me being super restrictive on my foods and me doing hours of cardio a day and hating my workouts because I have absolutely no strength because I'm eating such little amounts of food and yada, yada, yada. So I hit a really big mental wall like 2 weeks ago, for a couple weeks, where I literally would just cry every single day because, first of all, my food is very low. And these types of things, they make you emotionally like unstable at times, just because like your malnutrition, I don't even want to speak right now. You have no food in your system, you're doing a lot of cardio, you're tired, and it's just a lot going on. So, I mean, it's understandable when you go through it, or if you know people that have done it, you can kind of get the feeling of like, you're just not feeling your best, which is so funny because you feel like crap to look your best on stage, but I don't feel good in my own skin anymore. So I'm very proud of myself for like getting to where I'm at, getting to the point where we're actually going to be doing the show and feeling my body image is ready for it. But the thing is, I have spent the last 8 years of my fitness journey trying to gain weight because I do not gain weight easily. And it took me 8 years to gain over 45 pounds. And it took everything in me to gain that weight, and I've lost it all in literally 11 weeks. It blows my mind. I'm very, very light right now, which is great for the show, but I don't even like seeing my own body. And being a competitor, I know there's a lot of people that struggle with body dysmorphia. It is something that a lot of the girls that come to me struggle with or have struggled with, which I'm honestly taking everything that I've learned about myself and how I'm feeling and how I'm like recovering from those feelings, and I'll be using it to help other women be able to get out of those situations, because I think this is a really big learning moment for myself, which is going to be great for helping others. But I understand how hard it is to look at yourself in the mirror and not like what you see. When I pose and I'm doing my check-ins, I'm just like, yes, like this is perfect. But then it's like I go to try to put on like normal clothes, and like all my clothes are too big for me. Nothing looks good. I look so skinny, and I don't like looking skinny. Hi, Charlie. And it's been really hard. Hi, baby. And I'm very excited to be done so I can eat more food and put my weight back on, because I have learned that from growing up, my only goal was to be skinny. Like that was like all the girls in my age frame, that was their goal. It was just like, I want to be skinny, and that like, it didn't matter like if you had muscle or if you were just like skin and bone, like you just wanted to be skinny. And when you go from that mindset for so long to then wanting to be muscular, and it taking 8 years to gain all that weight and then just losing it instantly, it's very, very hard mentally on people, and specifically for myself right now, because that's what I'm going through. And I feel like it's really taken a toll on me. So over the past couple weeks, I've been having such a hard time. And the other day, last Saturday, I believe it was, when I did my check-in, I had went to the gym to finish my cardio at like 3:30 or 4 p.m. So like later in the day. And my coach had responded to me and gave me like all my updates. And he was like, oh, we're in such a great spot. Like everything's looking amazing, blah, blah, blah. He's like, we're going to do a couple more like dig days and like push ourselves. And then we'll do a refeed like later in the week, blah, blah, blah. So I was literally on the stepper and I just started crying. And I was like, nope, can't cry in the gym. So I like pulled myself together, finished my cardio. And the moment I got in my truck and shut my door, I bawled my eyes out. I was like, I am literally killing myself to walk across the stage and have my body judged one time. And I hate my body like the way it is. Like I was just like, what? Like in my mind, I'm like, this isn't for me. I've known that all the times I've tried to do preps in the past. Every time a show got canceled, I was like, this is not for me if I can never get to the point of competing. And now that I'm at the point of actually like getting to the stage moment, I know it's not for me. This is not something I'm gonna do again, which is completely fine. But it's also something I've always wanted to do, and I'm finally like checking it off that like bucket list item. I'm finally getting that checked off, and my goal was to compete before I turned 25, and the show is on October 1st, and on October 2nd I turned 25. So I literally am checking this off my bucket list in the time frame I wanted to, with like probably minutes to spare, because these shows usually go pretty late and the girls compete at the very end of the day. So I'm so proud of myself for getting to that point. I'm proud of myself for doing it. I just know this isn't something for me long term, because I like my balanced lifestyle. I actually prefer to be a little bit on the chunkier side than to be skinny. And because I grew up wanting to be skinny, that was like all that was in back then, and getting to a point of being fluffier, now that I've experienced both sides at an adult age, I know what my body prefers, what my mind prefers, and what makes me the happiest. And it's definitely being a little bit on the fluffier side. And I've learned, because there were so many years where I was like, oh, I need to have abs and I need to have a big butt. And I've learned now, it's like, I don't care about that. What I care about is genuinely being happy with how I look when I look in the mirror. And I know I was happier before I lost all this weight for the show. So I know what I need to do for my body to feel my best again. So after the show, I will definitely be putting my weight back on. Obviously, that's how reversing out of shows goes. But I've also been having a really hard time with social media, because yeah, I post and I'm like, dang, like I look shredded. But at the same time, I'm like, I just want to post like recipes for like women, and I want to post different helpful things when I'm just like posting a picture, and I'm just like, life lately has just been like self-care, because I'm absolutely losing my marbles right now. And it's like, I feel like I can't just keep posting like that I'm not okay. Like I'm ready to be done this so I can get back to being like, I feel like myself again and feel okay and like happy, because we've had a lot of stuff happen. Like since the beginning of prep, like we went on a vacation at the beginning of prep, and I had a couple moments where like I fell off track with my diet, which didn't affect me at all, which was fine. Like I wasn't like bad with it. It was like little things. And then after that, Charlie got neutered, and his recovery. You're not getting my water bottle. These are his favorite thing to chew on, and I literally went to the bathroom and came back and it was on the floor because he tried to chew my full water bottle. But yeah, like he got neutered, and then trying to be on a low calorie diet, like I was low food when he was recovering, and then having to like take him outside on a leash every time he needed to go to the bathroom, and then not being able to actually take him for like strolls because he had to recover, and like having him in the kennel all the time and being nervous about that and stressed about that. It definitely put a lot of stress on my body, and it was a lot to go through. And then after he finally recovered is when my food got dropped even more. So then it's like he was crazy and wanted to go, and I had no energy to take him. And then I started to feel really guilty about like being a bad dog mom. And then, okay, I just had to put him outside. And then in the middle of him getting neutered and needing like all of his updated shots, which then got really expensive, our mortgage increased and got very expensive. And being a first-time homeowner, it's like these are things that you learn like along the road of owning one, and it's kind of like a full-on sucker punch in the face when you're like, oh my god, that's expensive. And on top of that, my truck got hit, and the person just hit my truck, damaged it, like a lot of damage, and just drove away in a parking lot. So I didn't know who hit it because I was in the store, and people are just lovely human beings, and yeah, they just hit and ran my vehicle. So that's been fun, and now I'm sick. So I've had a lot of things happen throughout this prep to really test me mentally, and we are literally a week and a day out, and I have a head cold. This is the first time I've talked in almost 2 days. Like, my throat has been dying, and I'm still like stuffy, and I don't feel very good, but I've had the past 3 days off of like training, cardio, trying to rest and like feel better so I can actually like get to the show and compete and not be like dead. So it's been a very overwhelming 11 weeks so far. We have 1 week left, but I have been tested, and it definitely, because of being so low on food the last few weeks, it definitely just like hit me, and it kind of took over, and I had a lot of mental breakdowns. And there's been a lot of moments where I'm like, I don't want to post anymore. Like, I don't even want to be on social media anymore. I'm like, I want to delete my Instagram account. And it's like my goal to be a content creator, and it's what I absolutely love to do, like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. But no matter what I post, I don't get anywhere. And I know it takes time, but it's like I have been at that point already where it's like my accounts have been the point where it was like millions of views per like reel or TikTok, and I had like thousands and thousands of like followers. Like, I have 160,000 followers on TikTok, but like I get like 300 views. And then same thing for Instagram. It's like there's like 47,000 people that follow me on there, but I get like 1,000 views. And it's stupid when you don't understand what goes behind posting and like how much work it is when you get nowhere or if you fall back. And I feel like everything was growing, and then all of a sudden it was like everything stopped. And it almost just makes you feel like very, very unwanted, and that nobody likes you in a sense. And I feel like because I grew up with nobody liking me and not having friends, it's very traumatizing when what you're wanting to do and what you love to do feels like it's doing that same thing to you. So I've had a lot of emotions lately that have really just taken its toll on me. So today I posted, because it's Friday, that I won't be actually like posting on social media. So I'll post like the odd, like if I make TikToks I honestly don't mind. I think it's Instagram that's more my struggle, because I like to post information, and right now I just do not want to think about that. So TikTok, I just post like random things, which I don't care. So maybe you'll see that on there, but I said I would like post like story updates as I go through peak week. But right now I just like literally cannot post because I'm just like mentally fully drained. But it's been a very, very overwhelming few weeks lately, and a lot over the past 11 weeks. And I feel like I've been tested in so many ways, and that's one thing that I'm very proud of myself for, is that I have gotten to a point where it's like no matter what happens, I'm usually pretty positive about it. And I feel like I've taken this pretty well and been pretty good with staying positive, and it's just, I'm ready to be done. And I've had such an amazing experience, like with my coach and the people that I've been around, and I could not have picked a better like team to be a part of for doing this. I'm very happy with like where I'm at physically for the show, everything that I've learned, how helpful they've been, and also how like they don't sugarcoat it, which has been super nice, because I feel like when I have those like emotional breakdowns, I need somebody to just be like, dude, like snap out of it, like you gotta do this. And I feel like my coach is comforting, but also like he'll give you a kick in the ass when you need it, which is perfect. So I am very happy with my decision of who I chose and how everything has went. But like I said, competing is not something I want to do again or long term in any sort of way. I like my balanced lifestyles, and I'm very excited to be able to finish this show strong and say that I did it, know that I did it. I'm doing it for myself, so I honestly do not care how I place, if I place. Obviously, that's just more like a cherry on top if something does go really well, but this is just literally because it's something I've always wanted to do, and I'm big on doing things that you dream of doing rather than saying like, oh, I wish I did that when you look back. So that's why I'm doing this, and I'm very excited to be able to share lots of different like content with you guys after. I have so many recipe reels and YouTube videos I'm going to be making with you guys, lots of healthy like alternative options for things that we necessarily, that don't make us feel our best if we do eat them and things like that. So very, very excited for that, but it's been an overwhelming couple weeks here. So I will be seeing you guys in our peak week show day vlog, which starts tomorrow. What day is it? It's Friday. We'll start it on Sunday. I just finished packing. We don't leave till Tuesday, but I do work Monday, so I just finished packing all my stuff since I did my laundry today, so that way I can just have it all done. I don't have to think about it this weekend. But I will be starting this Sunday. We leave Tuesday. It'll be so amazing being in Kelowna for a few days. It's our happy place. It's also where we met, so it's always like such a special place to be. And we get to go to our old gyms, and then we drive to Vancouver for the show, which again is another special place for us because we actually did like a spontaneous trip there before we moved here. So we have a lot of memories in these places, and I think it'll be really good for both of us. I'm starting to lose my voice though, so I'm very excited for the next vlog, and then I'll be back to my normal self. So I hope you guys have enjoyed all of the prep vlogs so far, and in just seeing the journey that it's taken me on, even though it's been a little hectic. But if you guys like these videos, give them a thumbs up. There's one video left, and then if you guys want to see more of my day-to-day life and vlogs, go follow my other channel, because this one's going to go back to just the podcast. And all my lifestyle vlogs and reviews and stuff will be on my other channel. I'll link it in the description as well. But leave comments for anything you guys want to say, anything. If you want to see anything on my other channel, you can leave comments here, and I'll just do it on that channel, whatever it is. And don't forget to subscribe so you can follow along to the podcast once the prep is over, and you don't miss any more videos with me. Go subscribe to my other account, turn on the post notification bell so you are notified when I post anything. And I hope you guys have the absolute best freaking day ever, and I will see you guys in the final prep vlog. I can't believe we're at this point.